Hello everyone, welcome to Bookshelf Lives. I'm Dylan, and this is my life. So, I haven't been making a video in a while, so I decided I have some videos to make, I have some reviews, and I also want to do this video, which is going to be my most anticipated books coming out very soon, in 2010 and in 2011. So, I have a list, I have a piece of paper, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to say the book, and I'm going to say the release date, and I'm going to show a picture, and I'm going to talk a little bit about them. So here we go. The first book actually comes out tomorrow on August 20th, 2010, and it is Instrinical by Lanny Woodland. Now this book is about, well, basically it's about ghosts, and it's about this girl who she can see ghosts. Well, her whole family can see ghosts, and they pass on a gene that allow them to see ghosts. And at first she thinks that she doesn't have it, because once she turns 16 she's supposed to be able to see ghosts. So she ends up going to this boarding school, and sorry, I don't know why I'm coughing so much. She sees this weird puff of this like giant smoke puff thing. I'm sorry, I'm trying to describe it. And it's attacking a student, and she goes to save him, and it turns out that her ghost powers have been lying dormant inside of her, and now they're awakened, and now the ghosts at the school are attacking her and the students. So that sounds amazing, and I love the cover, and I think it's a debut book, and it comes out tomorrow, so I'm gonna probably, I don't know when I'm gonna get it, but hopefully soon. The next book comes out on August 24th, this coming Tuesday, and it is Mockingjay by Suzanne Collins. Now Mockingjay is the third book in the Hunger Games trilogy, and the final book, and I don't know what it's about at all because I'm still reading Catching Fire. I've never read this book. I kind of just started it because I hear there's a huge cliffhanger, so yeah, I waited until it got closer, and it looks amazing. Well, I don't know what it's about actually, so I'm just assuming it's amazing because The Hunger Games was amazing and this book's amazing, so obviously the third book's going to be even more amazing. So yeah, that comes out on this coming Tuesday, so go get it. The next book that's coming out, there are 3 books that I want coming out on August 31st. The first one is called Nevermore by Kelly Craig. I'm not sure how to pronounce her name, but it's Kelly Craig. And this book is about this cheerleader who, she meets this guy in school. She has a boyfriend, and she's super popular. And she finds this goth at school, and for some reason he's acting really strange, and she starts to follow him and kind of figure out what's going on with him. Well, it turns out that he has this notebook that he writes in, and he can make Edgar Allan Poe's stories come to life. And it's about their struggle trying to get away from these really weird things that are coming out of his notebook. So it sounds amazing, and I cannot wait for it to come out August 31st, very, very soon. And it's a debut novel, and I'm really excited to read it. The next book that comes out on the 31st is Paranormalcy by Kirsten White. Now, this book is about a girl who, she catches people who have paranormal powers, and she tags them, and she goes around, well, yeah, she tags them, that's basically what she does. And she works for this agency, a paranormal agency, and there's somebody out there killing werewolves and vampires and everything, and she's trying to stop that person because she thinks, you know, being normal is so overrated. The next book that comes out on August 31st is called Halo by Alexandra Ader... I'm sorry, I cannot pronounce his last name. Adernetto? I butchered that name, sorry. And this book is about three angels that come down from heaven to sort of protect this town. New Haven, I think, is the town name. I'm not sure I forgot the name of the town, but there's something in the town that's attacking people and threatens people in this town. So these three angels come down to protect them, and one of the angels is a newer angel, and she goes to high school, and she falls in love with a guy, and that's, you know, an angel can fall in love with a guy. So that sounds really, really interesting, and the first book in a series, and I'm so excited to read it. August 31st, so that's 3 books I want to get in on August 31st. The next book that comes out is on September 19th, or wait, no, sorry, September 14th, and it's Fallout by Ellen Hopkins. Now, Fallout is the 3rd book in the Crank series, and I'm not going to go into too much detail. It's not really like a sequel, it's more of a kind of companion novel, but it's going to be about the main character's son, mostly about his story. So I'm really excited to read that. My version of Glass has a first chapter of of Fallout, sorry, and it sounds really interesting and amazing, and I just cannot wait to read it because I love Ellen Hopkins. Now the next books that are coming out come out on September 19th, and the first one is Nightshade by Andrea Kramer. Now Nightshade is a story of this girl who she's kind of a superhuman, you can say, I guess. She's really a good hunter, and she fights a lot, and she really knows how to take care of herself. And she lives in this pack of wolves. I think she's a wolf, I'm pretty sure. And basically, I think, oh yeah, she falls in love with a human, and she has to fight. There's this witches' war that's going on, and it's a fantasy novel. I'm not really explaining it very well, but I will leave a link to all these books in the description box because hopefully I'm saying it right. But anyway, that comes out on September 19th this year, so I'm super excited to read that. I figured it out. I learned about it from Rochelle Mead. I went to her website, and that was one of the books that she recommended to get, and it looks so amazing. The next book that comes out on September 19th is Crescendo by Becca Fitzpatrick. Okay, so Hush Hush was frickin' amazing. You've all seen my review. You know how much I love that book. I cannot wait for Crescendo because Hush Hush had some unanswered questions that I am super excited to read for the second book. It just looks so good. And September 19th, I cannot wait. The next book that I'm excited to read is Return to Paradise by Simone Elklez, and this comes out on September 1st, 2010. So I haven't read Leaving Paradise yet, but I really, really want to. It's on my shelf to read. I'll probably read that one after reading Mockingjay when that comes out. And then I'm going to read Return to Paradise after that, probably. Because I love Simone Elklez, and I will read anything that she writes because she's amazing. I love Perfect Chemistry, and I cannot wait to read Leaving Paradise. And Return to Paradise is a sequel, and it comes out September 1st. So I'm so excited for that. The next book that I'm excited to read is Beautiful Darkness by Kemi Garcia and Margaret Stoll, and this comes out on October 12th, 2010. So I haven't read Beautiful Creatures yet. This is kind of like a maybe, because I'm not sure if I'm going to like Beautiful Creatures yet. I hear it's amazing, so this is why it's on the list. But I'm going to read Beautiful Creatures before that book comes out, and if I like it, I will keep this on the list, Beautiful Darkness. And if I don't like it, I'll just take it off the list. But I'm sure I'm going to like it. So, yeah. The next book that I'm excited to read is Stork by Wendy Del Sol, and this comes out October 12th, 2010 as well. So I read a review from, I think it was Stacy from Chapter Chicks on Goodreads, and she said that this book was amazing. It might have been Jessica, but I forget which one it was, but one of the people from Chapter Chicks said that this book was amazing, and I read the description, and it's basically, you know the thing that parents used to tell their kids, you know, that babies came from the stork? Well, this is basically a book about that. And there's more to it than that, and I'm probably not just explaining it very well. But yeah, I'm still excited to read it, and it comes out October 12th, so I'm excited for that one. The next book that I'm excited to read is Chain Reaction by Simone Alcalez, and this does not have a cover yet or a release date. All I know is that it comes out 2011, and basically from what I know, from what people have been telling me, is that it's about Luis's story, the third and youngest brother in Alex's youngest brother. And it's about him falling in love with the bad girl, I've heard. But I'm not sure exactly on the plot of that one yet, because Simone Alcalez is still writing it, so there's not much information on that one yet, but I'm still excited to read it because it's Simone Alcalez, and who doesn't love her? She is amazing. If you have not read anything by Simone Alcalez, then you are definitely missing out. You should definitely try her out. The next book that I'm excited to read is Delirium by Lauren Oliver, and this comes out on February 1st, 2011. Okay, so Delirium is basically, it takes place in a futuristic world, and in this world, people find that love is a bad thing, and that it's caused by deliria, and so they create this pill to give to people so that they won't fall in love. And that they give that pill to someone when they turn 18, and the main character, the main girl, she's about to turn 18, but she falls in love a little bit too early, and so now it's her struggle trying to get away from the government and fighting against it and fighting true love, and it just sounds like a really, really great book. And I love the cover, it's so cool. So that comes out February 1st, 2011. And the final book that I'm excited for coming out in 2011 is Afterlife by Claudia Gray, and this comes out March 8th in 2011. So Afterlife is the fourth book in the Evernight Academy series, and I loved Evernight and Stargazer, but I haven't read the third book, Hourglass, yet, because I hear there's a big cliffhanger in it, and I don't like cliffhangers. I always wait for the release of the fourth book to get closer. That's what I did with Catching Fire. I'm still reading it, as you can see, and getting ready to read Mockingjay. So yeah, I cannot wait to read any of these books. There's more books on the list, but I will post a link to my Goodreads where it has the full list. I think there are 20 books on that list. So you can go check that out and find all the information about all those books, because I probably didn't explain them that well, but I think I did an okay job. So yeah, and tell me what you're excited to read in 2010 and 2011 that are coming out soon. I'd really like to read them, and a video response would be awesome too. I'd love to see a video response. So yeah, that's it for me right now. I'm going to be doing a review, 2 reviews, and a book haul soon, so look out for that. And that was another chapter in my life.